Hi everyone, I am Elena Platonova with Art Explained, and I'll speak about Auguste Rodin's The Thinker, one of the most recognizable sculptures in the world. I'll tell you about the thinker's origins, its subject and its multiple interpretations, and finally, about the reasons for its worldwide fame. The French sculptor Auguste Rodin originally conceived of the thinker as a lonely figure sitting on top of his other major masterpiece, The Gates of Hell. It was initially called the poet, as it was meant to represent Dante Alighieri, the Italian poet who authored the Divine Comedy. However, the thinker, who is casting his gaze down upon dozens of twisted characters from the poem perishing in hell, doesn't actually resemble Dante. He's much more muscular in appearance, and as far as his dress goes, well, he's completely nude, so although Dante was a literary giant, it would have been an unlikely way to represent him. Rodin himself wrote, "Thin, aesthetic, Dante in his straight robe, separated from the whole world, would have been without meaning. Guided by my initial inspiration, I conceived another thinker, a naked man seated atop of a rock with his feet under him, his fist against his teeth. He dreams. The fertile thought slowly elaborates itself within his brain. He is no longer dreamer, he is creator." Some art historians suggest that the thinker is meant to represent Rodin himself, surveying his creation, or perhaps the biblical Adam, contemplating the sins of his descendants. Although the sculpture was meant to be part of the Gates of Hell, which were supposed to be standing in front of the Decorative Arts Museum in Paris, the museum was never built. So Rodin decided to turn the thinker into a freestanding sculpture. He actually exhibited it separately in 1888. It was about 3 feet tall, and it proved such a success that Rodin decided to think bigger, and he eventually enlarged it in bronze. When that monumental thinker, about 6 feet tall, was exhibited in Paris in 1904, a lot of Rodin's contemporaries really admired it. These people, including Claude Monet, the Impressionist painter, the writer Marcel Proust, and many others, decided to put together a sum of money in order to install a bronze version of the sculpture in front of the Pantheon in Paris permanently. When that happened 2 years later, it was a time of great social and political turmoil in Paris. So the sculpture came to be a symbol of a socialist movement in France. And Rodin sort of jumped onto this political train of the thinker's meaning, and right before it was unveiled in front of the Pantheon, he proclaimed it a symbol of the French worker, magnifying, as he put it, the fertile thought of those humble people of the soil. Although the thinker became a symbol of the proletariat, the elites also quite liked it. It was installed in the middle of Paris, so thousands of people saw it. And soon, bronze and plaster casts of the thinker appeared in such disparate places as the Legion of Honor Museum in San Francisco, the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, the Congressional Plaza in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and the National Gallery of Victoria in Australia. After Rodin passed away in 1917, his museum made more casts of the thinker, so the thinkers are now spread around the world, in Europe, Asia, and both Americas. With such an international presence, the thinker became a brand. It became ingrained in people's consciousness. It's so often caricatured, parodied, quoted, which further entrenches its fame. I'll tell you which ones of the thinkers are the most valuable and why some of them wear a funky cap, and why these iconic sculptures are so often vandalized in my upcoming webinar, which will take place on Sunday, August 30th. You can sign up for it in the comments under the video or on my website, artexplained.net. Besides The Thinker, we'll cover other masterpieces by Rodin, such as The Kiss, The Burghers of Calais, and The Portrait of Balzac. In my next YouTube video, I'll tell you about 5 richest contemporary artists. So sign up for my channel if you want to receive a notification when it comes out. That's it. Thank you very much. I will see you soon.